wonderful day when you're able to be in the giving spirit and you can help folks that are needy, and you can make a difference by putting food on their table and surrounding their families so that they can have the love of Thanksgiving.
How's it been going so far?
This has been just tremendous. This has been probably the largest Thanksgiving turkey basket of coke that we've had because we've had so many great sponsors. One, Susan Hawk. Others, Walmart, Coney's, Woodley family, the Corona family, 7-Eleven, and just to name a few. Concessions International. All those folks stepped up to the plate for a worthy cause. And when you have a worthy cause as worthy as this one, it's truly a blessing and success.
Quick question for you, ma'am. What made you want to be a sponsor and be a part of this event?
Well, I think it's just incredibly an opportunity to help those that need to be helped, and to be part of this with Mr. Caraway is just a privilege, and I'm just glad to be here today and be part of it.
And have people, by the way, congratulations. Have people, just impressed that you're also, you're being a part of something like this even before, it's not a political thing. This is just something you want to do from.
That's what I ran my campaign on. It wasn't about politics. It's about getting out in the community and to let them know that they're just returning cares about that.
And sir, back to you. We talked yesterday about one of your previous sponsors, Kroger. The fact now that it seems like this event went off without a hitch. You said you ended up even with more turkeys.
Well,
is that water under the bridge now?
Of course, it was never water on the bridge. They have a right to do what they choose to do. But when people are looking over your shoulders in a good way, then you get even greater blessings. This is something that we must move forward. We must separate politics and decision-making of politics from what is a reality and a need for the community. So hopefully everybody will step to the side and keep the community first. Put the politics to the side. We have this year more than we've ever had before. So sometimes great things can come if you just stand by and continue to stay focused.
How did that happen, by the way? Did you say, hey, we need a new main sponsor? I mean, can you help me? Did you have more people? How did that happen?
Not at all. They wrote a letter and said that they were pulling out because of my decision with the plastic bags. And that's their choice. They didn't pull out on me. They pulled out on the community.
But then the fact that you were able to get more turkeys from other sponsors, I mean, did they feel like, hey, okay, you lost Kroger, we want to help?
That's a blessing from heaven. It's a blessing from heaven.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Everything is.
They do need a ticket. If they don't, then everything goes back to the table. Yeah, make sure we got off. T-shirts, put a red bag on the table here.
Hey, one name.
George?
Let's go back.
Come on in.
Hi.
How you doing?
Drill, stop there. You won't hurt you. Drill, you drill. Look at the dog. I mean, look at me, Drill. Ariel, shake his hand.
I was close.
Smile to us. There you go, girl.
I think this is a great opportunity for this community, great opportunity for the residents of this community. I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air. It's going to breathe new life into the Oak Cliff area. As a candidate for Dallas City Council District 3, whatever I can do to be supportive, however I can assist in making this dream a reality and expanding it, and let this be the beginning and not the end of development that comes in the southern part of the city, then I'm on board with it. I look forward to seeing how this is going to progress going forward.
Hello, I'm Joe Tate, candidate for Dallas City Council District 3, and I was blessed to be here for the kind of the grand opening or introduction of the activities that will be taking place with this convention center that will be developed. I want to give kudos to Ed Pemberton and then Mr. King, who've taken the lead in bringing this about. I'm excited, and I think this will afford us the opportunity to help our community to grow and to spend our money where we live and not necessarily have to go north, further south, or east, or west, except for choosing to do so. So I just want to say that this is a wonderful opportunity, and the City Council representative I'm going to support this effort right to the end, now and later.
My name is Eric Wilson. I'm a candidate for Dallas City Council District 8, and I am so happy to be here at this event of the launching of a new development in the life of Southwest Center Mall. This development is the essence of when we talk about Grow South. This is what will help to make sustainable neighborhoods for our community, a place that we can all enjoy, where our residents don't have to travel that far to enjoy the services that's afforded to them outside of where they live. Again, I welcome the opportunity to be part of this, to help it grow, and not only for this to be the first, but one of many opportunities for economic development that help to grow the community, that helps to grow the tax base, and that will make District 8 the place to be. Again, my name is Eric Wilson. I'm a candidate for Dallas City Council District 8.
We want Mr. B.J. Bass to help us out and share with us the wall of honor, sponsors, and shareholders. Are we ready for that? Yes, okay.
Good afternoon. You'll be pleased to know I'm not running for anything. However, a 1,000-mile journey begins with one step. If you don't know why you're here today, you know that first step. If you want to grow up and build a solid foundation, you must go down to bedrock. If you don't know why you're here today, you are bedrock. I will also like to bring to your attention there's going to be a couple of changes that has already begun. We're going to change not only what we do and what we say, but also how we act. If you've noticed, if you've been listening like I have, you've heard several words. You've heard the word shoppers. You've been encouraged to come and support and shop. You notice that we are, as a group of people, we are consumers. Matter of fact, we spend more as a percentage of what we make more than anybody. Now, unfortunately, we do that in areas other than close to home and in an entity other than what we own. What's significant about today, the transition point of today, is we are moving from being consumers to be owners.
All right.
Look around. You probably see in here today more owners than you probably have ever seen in any one spot anywhere. Look around. They look just like you. As a matter of fact, if you're looking and you are not an owner, you can change that today. And what we are going to own is, I'm not talking about a piece of the pie. Let's own the pie. And once you get one pie, position yourself for another pie. And while you're talking about that, forget the pie. Let's get the apple tree. Letitia Sherman. Now, I'm going to let Cheryl introduce to you our shareholders, but let me leave you with this. Someone once told me that if you ever see a turtle sitting on a fence post, one thing you know, he didn't get there by himself.
That's right.
Good afternoon. I am Cheryl Taylor, and I'm going to read our sponsors to you. And I just want to encourage you. I want to first thank all of our sponsors and thank all of our shareholders for investing in this opportunity and this history-making event in the Oak Cliff area. I really applaud them and really look forward to everything that's going to be going on in what will be the new Redbird Conference Event Center. And thank you all for coming. And as I call your name, would you please raise your hand if you're here? Jarvis Wyndham? Here. Oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm reading the shareholders. Please forgive me. Okay, David King.
All right. And they're going to come up and get their rock. These are rocks right here to let them know Candy and I went out and dug out there. Eric, you didn't have to do that shit. I went out and dug. So these are the rocks of the foundation that we wouldn't be where. Let me say that we wouldn't be where we are.
That's right.
If you all had done what you did. Right. I don't know if that makes sense, if you were right or whatever. But we're here because of you. So our shareholders, please raise your hand. And so everybody would know that we have a rock with your name on it. You can't do anything. You can't play with it. You take this rock, and on Juneteenth, when we open up, then you can come. We got a place where you're going to put it. Cheryl, go ahead, call.
All right. I call David's name. Greg Herschel. Zarin Gracie. Cheryl Taylor. That's me. Ray Orr. Cecilia Flowers. Bishop Jefferson. Russian Phillips, Kelvin Pemberton, Letitia Sherman, Willis and Irma Minoy, Tommy Lowe, Hardy Bouye, Ted Hartsfield, Danielle Bouye, Sam Duran, Dwayne and Diane Leaks, Lance Prower, and please forgive me if I butcher your name a little. I do not plan to do that on purpose. Stephen Moore, Elvin Bell, Candy Bradshaw. Okay, Adele Dia Yuan. Hamid. Please forgive me if you're here. You can call your name out to me so I can make sure it's pronounced right. Okay. We have Billy and Evelyn Shaw. Oh, thank you. Derek Wyndham. Delana King. Edna Pemberton, Lawrence Daughtry, BJ Bass, Jabari Johnson, Chris Burris, and Eric and Jean Jones. Those are our shareholders. Thank you all so much.
And I want y'all to stand there because, yeah.
All right. Adam, come on. Y'all give it up for Adam, who's from the city of Dallas. The mayor's office, absolutely. It's good to see you. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Wonderful. I just wanted to bring greetings from Mayor Mike Rawlings. I'm sorry I came in late. We were traveling for Thanksgiving, but got the family back in the back and didn't want to miss this for anything. This is what Grow South is about, right? It's not just a couple things coming together. It's folks that are invested, living, serving, working in the community, and local ownership, bringing life back where it needs to be. and I'm just thankful to be part of it. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for everybody's being here, and certainly Ms. Pemberton, as always, thank you. Appreciate y'all very, very much.
All right, y'all give it up for all of our sponsors and shareholders. Y'all clap it up for them. That means they're investing in Grove South. We really appreciate all that you're doing. All right, you can go ahead and go out. We thank you, everybody. Now, of course, for all that we're doing is truly a purpose and a vision behind it. And so we want to hear from the person who has a vision to help this project come to life. Is anybody ready for this project to come to life? Now, I know some of y'all are Cowboy fans and y'all not happy what happened on Thursday. I'm sorry about that. I need you to get past that, okay? I need you to get a little bit more energetic. It's another game coming up. You get another opportunity. Plus, it looks like you have playoff opportunities, okay? So I need you all to be a little bit hyped and excited. Are you ready for this project to come alive? So the man who is going to help us to make this come alive, he is the hands, the feet, the legs, and the arms. Well, let me say this. We're going to be the arms, the legs, and the feet, and the hands. He's the brainchild behind this. His name is David King. Y'all show enough love.
Yeah!
Too fast now. Take care of that.
Look, hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. We are just very, very excited about what the future holds here. We're very, very excited about the community participation that we see here. Because beyond the bricks and mortar, these people here, all of our family outside of these walls, that's really what matters in what we do. And so we've chosen to take a direction that honors that, that respects that, and that grows it, that grows us. And what we say is that we want to make sure that the people in the South grow along with Grow South. And I know that that's why I'm so happy that Adam chose to be here. We've had that very conversation several different times, and I know that Adam, the mayor's office, they understand that they have a focus for that. Our Mayor Pro Tem as well, who has done a lot of work over many different years to even get us to the point where we can have this conversation. And that's what I kind of want to speak about first and foremost, is the road to this point. Because the reality is it didn't begin here. It didn't begin with my name. It didn't begin with this opportunity. This road began a long time ago. And there were many steps that were taken, bloody steps, steps in struggle that were also taken in darkness that we don't know about, that we are unaware of, and yet they benefit us. And so, for this reason, as much or really more than anything else, this meeting is important to recognize that fact. And so I want to give honor to Ms. Pemberton. Because she's taken so many of those steps alone. She's taken so many of those steps in darkness, not concerned about attention. And if, any of you who know Ms. P, you know that that's the exact thing that she doesn't want. She's focused on community. She's focused on people. She's focused on growing us as a community. And, that work, the results of that is evident time and time again, but the source of it is not always evident. So I want to give special attention to Ms. Pemberton for the simple fact that we would not be here having this conversation without her. Now, Ms. P, when we began this journey, this leg of the journey, who considered that we would be here having this conversation? Who considered it? But what we said at the time, and this was, many months ago, was, why not take the action that must be taken? One thing my father taught me, and I heard someone reference the same thing earlier, is if you are not prepared to take action to right or wrong, then shut your mouth. You have nothing to say. If you're not willing to put yourself on the line, then you have no complaint to make. And so, that is something that ingrained itself in me, ingrained itself in my perspective. And when we saw this situation, I heard his voice speaking to me. Say now it's time to take action. Take action for the place where you grew up. Because I grew up coming to this mall, to Redbird Mall. I got my first phone numbers here. I had my first date in the movie theaters that used to be here. Okay? This was a place we could go to fill our time so we weren't idle minds out on the street corner. And now we see that we have to bring that back. And even more so, we have to take it further. We have to take it to another stage. You know, our motto here is to pool our resources to control our environment. That's what we're here to do. We're here to pool our resources to control our environment. Because without doing that, you're forever the pawn in the game. Everybody know the pawn on the chessboard. That's the first one to go. That's the one that ain't got no control over anything. And can only go in one direction, one little step at a time. Okay? Now, do we choose to continue to be pawns on the economic ladder? Or do we choose to control that process and climb that ladder to the very top? That's the question that we have before us. Okay, my feeling is that our community, we all understand that. We're all poised and ready to take action to go to the top of that ladder. To build something that can never be torn down. And to grow this community in a way that not just our community will benefit, but the entire city of Dallas will benefit, the region will benefit, and all communities across the country will benefit from what we choose to do here, because it is an example of what can be done when we pool our resources to control our environment. That's why we're here. So I don't want to go too much further into, because like I said, you know, we'll be talking about this until tomorrow. Because it's that important. Because it's that important. And one thing that we talk about all the time is, you know, this is one step. This is one building. But the growth of our understanding of us pooling our resources together, coming together to see a vision and saying we're going to walk this road until that vision is accomplished. That is a greater glory than anything we can put over in this building, or anywhere on this corridor. But that action, that choice, will be represented by what's done right here, by what's done at the Redbird Conference and Event Center. This will be our place to show what we can do when we choose, when we have the will to come together for a common goal. This is the place right here. And so what I'm asking of you, all of you out there, many of you have already made the choice, continue to make that choice. Continue to choose to move forward, to take every step necessary to get us to that point. Because it's not about me. It's not about Miss P. It's about us all. It's about us all coming together. Now, let me know right now, how many of you are willing? How many of you are willing to take that choice? Because if you are, then let's walk that road together. Now, before I go, I want to advise you more of the team, because like I said, we're not doing this alone. We have many people coming to the table that understand the vision, understand the importance, and are willing to make the sacrifice. So we built a strong team that will move this project forward. And I just want to identify some of those people are here now. Mr. Greg Herschel, Mr. Jarvis Wendell, Mr. Hammer King, my big brother, Mr. Sam Mercer, who is a restaurateur. Sam has, let me tell you, he has an extremely busy schedule. Man, they're the largest franchisee in the Grandest franchise. And so they have a lot on their plate. But he saw the vision of what we are doing here. He was a partner with me when we first came here to do the Hoop It Up, when we brought that this past summer, as a way to simply give back to the community. And so he's chosen to take up the mantle once again and shoulder up with me in this battle. And so I want to thank him personally, along with everyone else who's a part of my team. And I know some of the rest of you are here at Hydra. I do want to recognize Dwight Mosley, who has come to us. He's going to be the designer for our project.
Hardy Bouillet, who's going to help maintain. Where's Hardy?
Hardy? Where are you, Hardy? will step out now. I would say Hardy, if you're talking about a soldier, talk about Mr. Hardy Bouye. Because that man, you know, once he determines that he's gonna do, I love to see the strength of will that he possesses. Once he determines he's gonna do, ain't no stopping him. And that's the kind of people that we need. That's the kind of people that keep us strong. You know, when we get weak, as we like to say, iron sharpens iron. And we keep each other strong. We keep each other going. Okay. Now, Bishop Jefferson, I also want to recognize Bishop Jefferson because he's been with us from the very beginning. Hollywood, where are you, Lawrence? Lawrence, who holds our secret meeting place when we can have those conversations with nobody. I also want to recognize Nick Haggerty, because Nick has in many different ways, I threw Nick to the wolves. I just have to admit it. To be honest, because he came in at a crucial point for us and has chosen and committed to being a part of this project because he's from this community too. And he understands the importance of it. So I just want you to recognize the people that are really giving of themselves or sacrificing to make this vision happen. Now, just a little conversation about what will be in this space. Because we've done the research and we've also paid attention to the research that's already been done. In that regard, I want to thank the city for the work that they put in to identify what needs to happen for our community and for this corridor. The city spent $120,000 on an Urban Land Institute study in order to identify exactly what it would take to revitalize this corridor. And that's something that we looked at very heavily. One of the things I love about this study is that they had the understanding to investigate and interview the people of the community to say, what do you want? What do you want to have happen here? And so a couple of things that we saw very clear, we see that from our own communication. We saw that also in the ULI study, is that our community wants this corridor revitalized, number one. We want to rebuild, restructure, bigger, better, stronger, faster, all of that. That's what we want. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to have. Because if it weren't for the community's will, then what are we doing here? What is the point? Another thing that we see based upon what the community wants, what the demographics show, et cetera, is that we need some entertainment. We need a destination location here again. We need something here that allows us to plan our day around this place, around our place, to come and spend our money where we hang our hats, instead of spending all our money in the gas tank, driving across town to benefit somebody else's tax base, driving outside of the city of Dallas to benefit another municipality's tax base. We need a reason to do it right here. And for that reason, we have the focus of creating this entertainment multiplex. An event center, because it's what our community demands. And again, that's the reason why we're here. So you'll see some of the pictures that another one of our partners, Chris Burris, did for us to show the different uses that we'll have in this space. And you know, what we're dealing with here is a building that has almost 4 acres of floor space, okay? So we have an opportunity, and this is a rare one. This is a rare one. It's very rare, firstly, that an opportunity like this building comes up, period. Just from a financial perspective. But even more so that one that means so much to us comes around. Something that makes financial sense, something that makes community sense. That's a rarity. And so we have to take advantage, we have to jump on this opportunity and turn it into something that brings us to a higher level on this corridor. So what you'll see in this space on the first floor is where you'll see the entertainment multiplex. You'll see movie theater. You'll see the bowling center. You'll see the virtual games. You'll see the soft play area for young children. You'll see a food court. You'll see private rental rooms that you can hold your birthday parties and family gatherings in. You'll see all of these things in addition to being surrounded by our accenting with our culture, our personal culture. Our culture that comes right from this community. Our culture is African Americans, but our culture as Oak Cliff residents being African American. So you'll see our wall of honor. You'll see our wishing well that will have ingrained on it the names of the people that made the difference that got us to this point. So that when our children are in here playing, when our children are in here doing their thing, they're surrounded by those names. They're surrounded by those faces. And they can see continuously who brought this to them.
All right.
Okay? In addition to what we'll have on the first floor, we'll also have business incubation. Because this is a key goal for our community. We must grow our entrepreneurs. We must develop their business acumen. We must develop their access to capital. We must facilitate their growth. And so we will be focusing on that right here in this building. Now, in addition, on the second floor, you'll see a full-service restaurant. Because that's one thing at all the conversations that we've had with homeowners associations, neighborhood associations, etc. We want a quality place to sit down with our family and have a good meal. It's not asking a lot. I don't feel like it's asking too much. And so we're going to bring that right here. In addition to major event space that's going to facilitate all of our organizations that need somewhere to go, to have their meetings, to have their gatherings, to have their conferences. You know, our families who need to have a place to go to have their anniversary parties, to have the events that mean so much to us. To be able to do it right here in our neighborhood. That's what we're going to bring right here to Redbird. And again, you hear the name Redbird. That name is coming back because that bird is spreading its wings and it's about to fly. So, you know, I don't want to go any further except to say it's a pleasure again to see all of you here. And it's such a pleasure to know that once you take the choice, once you make the commitment and have faith, your faith will be answered time and again. So thank you all for coming. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great day.
Hamilton, and thank you, King.
You can contact me at wilsonrandolph@yahoo.com. That's WILSONRANDOLPH@yahoo.com.